Ladies and gentlemen, Renee Shake Ortiz coming at you live from the Vegas Nightlife Crew podcast. We have Alexa and Natasha. Real quick, where are you ladies from?
New York.
New Jersey and New York. Are you ladies vaccinated?
No, hell no.
And with all these non-masked people, how do you feel? Do you guys care about the masks?
No, we feel turned up.
Turned up? Oh, okay. Ladies, Vegas Nightlife Crew, making people famous, making people famous.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Good Luck Chuck,
and it's Rob Macias,
and you are tuned in to the Vegas Nightlife Crew.
Vegas Nightlife Crew.
It is the Vegas Nightlife Crew podcast coming to you live from the Wildcard Studio. I'm going to throw it over to Good Luck Chuck.
So it is the Vegas Nightlife Crew. I am here with my folks, you know what I'm saying? And that was the beautiful voice of my guy, Rob Macias. He is the owner and operator of the Wildcard Studio, and he is also one of our co-hosts on this platform. Here's another co-host that I got. What's going on, man? Introduce yourself.
What's going on, everybody? Renee Shake Ortiz coming at you live. All my party goers and club promoters, I love each and every one of y'all. What's going on, baby? Let's do this.
Huge things coming from the Vegas Nightlife Crew, as you guys can see. And so, we about to get into the segment. Obviously, the news segment. You guys know this is my favorite part of the show, right?
100%.
Like, this is
bring it.
100%.
I love talking about Vegas. Sisolak, right? He's pro-life for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because he had a press conference on August the 16th where he put in some guidelines, or shall I say, he reinforced. I don't know that they were new guidelines because we had these mask mandates, but he went ahead and he doubled down on this, and he basically said that every business, every club, every bar, everywhere you can go, like everyone's got a mask up at this point. Like, are you guys sensing that this mask mandate is going to kill tourism and most importantly, nightlife? Is it going to kill nightlife?
Jesus, I think we're so used to it now.
Yeah.
And then we'll do what we have to be outside.
Shit, I mean, listen, you ain't been in the club. Like, these motherfuckers don't want to put on no masks.
I mean, that's going to be the game right there. That's just going to be an additional responsibility for security.
For the employees, yes.
The employees, like, please put your mask. I mean, you can only so I do COVID compliance for production. So I have to be the one to tell people to keep their masks on, right? And not only that, but there are certain productions where you have to have the KN95. And those motherfuckers are horrible on the ears. They are so uncomfortable. Anyway, you can only tell people so many times in so many ways, in so many languages.
Then it's chitty chitty bang bang, right?
That, for the nightlife, you're gonna have to. It's gonna have to be a policy. Like, listen, keep your mask on, or you're getting.
Listen, I would just say, fuck it, die. I don't care at this point, motherfucker. You don't want to put your mask on.
That's the new.
Die,
that's
please.
the new backdoor. That's the new backdoor bra, right? When you take them back and you start coughing on them, like
just listen.
Don't make me cough on you.
It's so many people like you tell like put your mask on, please put your mask. You know what I'm saying? I had a dude had his tongue in a girl's ass. I'm like, you don't gotta put your mask on. You got COVID.
Put your mask on, but
you got something worse than COVID, baby. Yeah, you got COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like the tongue COVID. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know no, listen, I don't want to put whoa.
Where were you?
CJ at, right? I ain't saying all of that.
I was actually at the store.
Were you at this color door?
Play it again, Sam's. You know what I'm saying? That's where I was at.
Oh. I've never been there, by the way.
Please don't go.
In the booty.
But I mean,
oh wow.
I feel like the government.
Juanita and them.
I feel like the government is in an uncomfortable situation right now where they don't want to be blamed. I think once again, this administration, the White House administration, is putting it on each individual governor to enforce something that at the end of the day, like, we seen this happen. We seen this movie play out, right? Prior to, we were trying to get people to stay in the house, right? You have to give people money. You know what I'm saying? That's the way they're going to feel about this. And if they have money, they're going to go out and they're going to spend it. And that's the way people feel. And so they're taking these potential risks because they want to essentially, like you said, have an outlet, have a way of unwinding and doing the things that they want to do.
And I truly believe that if this was handled differently from day one, we would have a lot more people vaccinated.
Yeah.
Honestly, simply because there was misinformation from the get in terms of wearing, not wearing, how many, when, where, why, quarantined, isolation.
I stand by, if you charged for this vaccine, more people would have got it because they would have trusted it more. Anytime you're giving some shit away free, right? Think about this, right? At the clubs, open bar, right? Open bar is free, right? And you get the pound drinks forever, but you get the cheapest vodka possible, and you wake up with a fucking hangover.
Right, but you know that from the get, though. We didn't know this from the get. So when Dr. Fauci started saying this, that, and the other, going back and forth, and that's been a problem with the government for a long time, right? Is trusting them on whether it's true or not. So for us to trust them to be like, okay, well, you want us to get vaccinated for the betterment of society, right? Like, you've got to question it. And that's why there's a lot of people that are not vaccinated, in my opinion. If government was different, if it was for the people, if people truly believe that it was for the people.
He's dropping the G word on this podcast.
Man, he is going all
I
in.
believe
Welcome back to the vaccine podcast.
I believe more people get vaccinated. Anyway, back to you. Good luck, Chuck.
Good luck, Chuck. But speaking of vaccinations and all of this other stuff, it looks like in celebrity news, AROD, former Yankees third baseman and J-Lo's ex,
Former J-Lo companion.
Former
and Balco participant.
Former J-Lo
First that bad
person. Apparently he was spotted at Omnia nightclub with not one, not two, not three. No, he was spotted with three girls in the VIP section, and obviously people were taking pictures and excited and obviously seeing an all-star celebrity Hall of Fame. Is he in the Hall of Fame yet? I think he's there.
Ooh,
right?
I don't know.
If he's not there, he's eventually gonna get there. I would think.
I would imagine so.
I think so. That's A-Rod, bro.
The dude's a beast.
Well, no,
regardless.
but he's been linked to steroid use. So
listen,
like,
who hasn't in the past?
you need to have
and
skills.
look at how long they kept those dudes that had steroids off the ballot.
You need to have skills,
That's
though.
true.
You need to have skills to
for
play
sure.
to hit a ball. That hand-eye coordination, the way that these pitchers are throwing these curves and these gyro balls and these knuckle balls. It doesn't listen. Barry Bonds, I understand. I understand that that's it was obvious, but you still need to have that hand-eye coordination.
Yeah,
And listen, let's not lie about the fact that we all love seeing the long ball. We love seeing the long ball. We love it.
yeah. But when you're putting them up against the greats like a Babe Ruth or a Roger Maris or Willie Mays. Or a Hank Aaron, right? When you're putting them, those guys didn't have the advantages these guys have today. It's the same thing in the NBA.
True.
Like the fact of the matter is that is LeBron better than Jordan? In my opinion, he plays in a better league than Jordan played. I don't know that he's better, but it's.
Yeah, you can't compare that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just hard to do it.
you
But
explain
anyway,
what
You could say
better
of their
league is?
generation. Jordan was the best of his generation. LeBron's the best of his generation. Kobe was the best of his generation.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think LeBron would have brought the same kind of notoriety that Michael Jordan did before social media?
Well, I mean, who's to say? Because I mean, when we look at Michael Jordan, you have the power of marketing in a different way. You have the Olympics, and then you have these companies that are putting you in commercials and different things. So it's just a different era. But I think when you just look at the total skill, right? A average player today is better than an average player in the 90s.
That makes sense because look how we progress as humans: bigger, stronger,
100%.
Faster.
The skill is better. The concentration, coordination, everything has gotten better.
But
100%.
what you can't account for is heart and determination and all of these different things that
Skill.
are
that Black Mamba.
Yeah, and so, that's my guy right there. But anyway, we got off topic, and I'm sure Alex Rodriguez would love for us to stay off topic. But he was spotted with three females in the VIP section at a nightclub here in the city. This is public knowledge, so I just will say that nightclub was Omnia nightclub. Good job, security.
Good on you, Omnia.
But like, are we wondering here, like, are seeing photos of these celebrities more? Is it about clout? Is Vegas becoming a mini LA, a mini Hollywood? I think he's asking.
Yes,
Yeah. Let me get some more ice too.
Yes, sir. I was gonna ask if you guys wanted me. To
Yeah.
freshen up,
Let's
but,
do that. Let's do that. Let's freshen up. We can do that.
I don't believe so yet. Well, as a matter of fact, I don't know. I'm gonna be bold and say that I think LA is trying to be more Vegas.
Well, when you say that, then that would be meaning that Vegas or LA is becoming more exclusive and
trying
more,
to be.
trying
to be
and trying not to
back
have,
so.
Yeah.
In terms of nightlife, because they have a handle on, and this is me speaking from a production side, because they have a handle on the production. They've got people coming from out of state, left and right.
Well, that's always been.
That's why I'm here to change that.
Yeah,
right. But Vegas has been the entertainment capital of the world.
Absolutely, and I think it still is. But I'm thinking, like, listen, I don't think AROD, when he steps into a nightclub with 3 females, is trying to be entertainment.
No. But I'm saying Vegas trying to be more Hollywood in that aspect. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
So do you think, because like when I look at this, like just so people are aware, celebrities have been coming to Las Vegas since the 40s. You know what I'm saying? This has always been a destination for celebrities. The Rat Pack was here, all of that junk, right? So here's my thing. There has never been a time or an era where there are more pictures of celebrities, candid pictures. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about he's getting out of a limo and he's hand in hand with chicks. I'm not talking about the whole red carpet deal. I'm talking about I'm in the club, I'm dancing with it. Like this picture that popped up online is clearly a candid picture that a fan took from a certain distance to be able to get a picture of AROD. And that's my point, is that is Vegas staging these pictures to be able to get more limelight?
I see you.
Or is it just bad security?
I was going to say that was probably bad security. Because we still don't have enough people to service the departments. I don't think we have enough security personnel in our nightclubs.
Are they still giving out bonuses?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I mean, yeah, I think I know that some hourlies are elevated a little higher.
Per my last conversation, I didn't get to that far. I couldn't tell you.
But I think that, I think we are seeing like a higher hourly bonuses and stuff like that.
Which is awesome
for employees. And I think we should take advantage of these things because, and I've said this, I've been an advocate for especially the security department because obviously I come from there. But more importantly, I've been on the hosting side. I've been on the promotion side. I actually started out as a promoter here back in 2009 or 2008. And so like the fact is that I can understand from each side. Like security has always been the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to pay. We've always had to earn our dollar. And so to finally see that hourly jump to a rate that's manageable and livable for some of these guys, I think it's well deserved. But when you're allowing photos like this to get out into the public and you're not doing your job, this is what's going to make the public say, hey, well, maybe these guys are overpaid, or maybe the celebrities are going to stop coming because they realize, and that's my point, is that back in the day, even though we were getting paid a shitty hourly, people knew how to do Vegas. They took care of their hosts, they took care of their security, they took care of their waitress. And so they understood that, hey, I don't want no pictures. I want to play it low key tonight, right? Everyone looks out for them at that point.
Well, I think it was because of the culture, right? We still had the OGs in there telling us how exactly it needed to be done. And not everybody had the opportunity to do private security for celebrities that were coming in. I was fortunate enough to be one of those people that did that. And I was also fortunate enough to be taught and be mentored by some experienced individuals, some experienced colleagues. And so I don't know who dropped the ball. at the same time, I don't know. Maybe the other person just got lucky, but I guess only time will tell.
Absolutely. And I think, my question more along the lines, in asking is more important to, hey, does the athlete or the actor or the person that's coming in, is this something that they want to get out? Is this an image that they want portrayed of themselves? Because you guys know, like I said, we've been around enough celebrities to know that, when these guys come out here to party, they are looking for a situation of not being judged and not being photographed and not being caught
level of privacy
in a bad light. You know what I'm saying?
Where were they set?
Yeah. I mean,
I know where the people that came in at Marquee were sat. So I mean, and it was very difficult to take photos because we had that spot on lock.
At the same time, though, too, right? Don't you kind of feel like in this age of social media, where like you don't even really need the press anymore because everyone's reporting on
everybody's
themselves.
their own paparazzi.
Yeah,
sure.
So it's like they're like,
Somebody's
so that's why they're more lax about it. So
somebody's bound to get lucky about it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right. Like, you're bound to, comb social media and find a picture. And obviously this picture that popped up wasn't necessarily professionally done. Yeah. It was done by a cell phone footage. It looked like an iPhone. I don't know. I'm an Android person. Nice. So
at the end of the day, I'm sure it's not going to help or hurt him. I'm sure, in terms of self, I'm sure he doesn't want his business out there. So, but he's also a professional. He's also learned to deal with that kind of criticism. So I'm sure he'll be all right. And also, I think Vegas is gonna be cool.
If I get to be partying at the club with three hot women,
you know what I'm
saying? That's I don't look at that as a negative at all.
Why did we spend so much time talking about the photo? Why didn't we spend more time talking about him having three women with him at the same time? That is
good.
AROD. Well, listen, that's an every night occurrence for that guy. Probably.
A gathering, please. I mean, if it's too much for you, I'm
available.
You can help him out.
I'm
is that
available
what you're saying?
to back you up.
You're helping him out. Okay.
Absolutely.
This is private security right here we're being offering,
Not even security,
he
bro.
needs to jump on this.
Hype man.
Yo, well, listen, that wraps it up for Vegas news. Obviously, this has been a fun segment for us. We're going to get into much more. As I said, we have a special announcement. We're moving this show to an hour, which I'm excited about. Producer Rob, I hope you excited about that editing.
Boom.
Upgraded with some cameras. Now we got the capability.
The black on black on
Wild
black.
Card Studio.
Yes, when you look at guys, just so you know, this is how hard my man Rob has been working from the Wild Card Studio. You guys remember our very first episode of this show? We sat across. It was the other side of this. We sat across from each other. We shout out my man Anthony Bradley, by the way, who obviously just put up some stunning pictures of himself. Listen, I'm not batting for the other team at all, but you look good, my man. You look good. No homo. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody get offended here.
Who's Anthony Bradley?
He was one of the people that we had. He's a fitness.
He used to work with you at
well, no. I met him through hosting.
He was a host. Yeah,
he was a host at Hakkasan.
He used to be a big time host, and
then
now he does his own personal training.
Shout out to Anthony Bradley.
Yes, absolutely. And
fitness is key. Health and wellness, people.
Health and we're gonna get into.
Want to take the vaccine?
He's living
you don't want to do the vaccine?
We're gonna talk about that. Like obviously we'll bring that up into the show as well. Like I said, we're doing a lot of different things.
Let's
but
do it all.
Producer Rob is really like he's done a lot with the studio, as y'all saw. Like I said, he pushing the button and it switched the camera angles. You know what I'm saying? He's got all of the stuff, all of the fixings, and so that means that obviously the Vegas Nightlife Crew podcast will continue to expand and grow. We're gonna be doing what are some of the stuff we're gonna be doing? I know we're gonna be doing in studio interviews. What else we got in store?
Well, I'm going to work on bringing a little bit of my comedic creativeness out into the world. We're going to do some street interviews, see if we can't do some friendly pranks.
Sound funny.
Yeah,
pranking me. I want them raunchy.
I keep it on the hip.
Listen, I don't know if you guys saw my story yesterday, but I scared the shit out of my boy Jordan.
That was dope. We did see that.
So, stupid stuff like that.
I like that.
Bring a little bit more of the production life as much as I can into the world. Do a little bit of scavenger hunting. Get the Vegas locals a little bit more acclimated to the city if they haven't already. Maybe help us out. and finding, you know, the beauty in this city. So
This city, absolutely. And of course, giveaways. We're going to be doing
Absolutely,
giveaways.
yep, 100%.
We're going to be doing special guest lists, appearances around the city. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some after game stuff, you know, with all the sports teams going on and stuff like that. Got the WNBA playoffs coming up soon. We may get into that. Hockey season, football season. So
maybe some live Q&As maybe.
Live Q&A. Yeah, we're just going to be taking the show
We'll
to so many elements and extending the show and maybe going to either a bi-weekly or a monthly format, just depending on what our guy, producer Rob, you know, has on his plate. Because like he said, he's going to be traveling. He's going to be going to all of the cities on the S Coast, you know what I'm saying, and hitting those cities. And documenting that. So like this is an expansion, people. This is what expansion looks like. And of course, you know, me with the Insecurity Podcast, my man Renee with his production stuff and like his and everything he's doing.
And
so,
my Medicare insurance. Anybody that it's coming up, people
get your Medicare, people. You ain't gotta be old.
Listen, if you've got a family out here in Vegas, if they're turning 65 or if they're 65 and older,
maybe they
please
do gotta
get
be
with
old.
me. You know, I just want to make sure people are taken care of on their benefits.
I'm gonna holler at you when I'm 65.
Free
it's
consultation.
close.
Yeah, bro. Well, I mean, we're pretty close. We're pretty close to it. So, you know.
Yeah, we're gonna be
I'll
right
know
there.
I know when you're up. Anyway.
You're like in Canes and shit. Still doing the Nightlife podcast. It's gonna be different though.
Yeah,
That
the
shit-
Nightlife. Yeah, the Nightlife podcast is gonna be literally the day life podcast.
It's gonna be the Day Life podcast.
We're gonna be asleep
at the
It's
nursing
gonna be
home.
the brunch podcast.
Yes, absolutely.
Anyway,
But-
the Benefit Haven, Medicare. I'll get into a little bit more deeply later on. But anyway,
Shout out. Hey, real quick, like I said, we're gonna hit the next segment, but it's been real. This has been a new segment. We'll holler at you guys in the next clip.
Love y'all, buddy.
What's going on, everybody? Renee Shake Ortiz coming at you live with my boy, Chris Smith.
What up?
So, Chris, I have a quick question for
Yes.
you. I know you are a Clevelander, Ohio native, Super Brownies fan.
Yes.
So when are we going to a Steelers game?
Ooh, God. Well, the good news is I have to work every Sunday. So I get to watch all the great Browns-Steelers games, like Week 17 last year and then the wild card round. I don't even remember any other games between the Browns and Steelers over the last, 20 years before that. They've only played twice in my mind.
I got a buddy from Cleveland, too. I think he would agree.
Yeah,
He
sounds
works
about
every
right.
Sunday as well.
Sounds
Unless
right.
the Brownies are playing. Go Brownies!
Yes. Woo.
How did you get all that free shit?
It's the Insecurity Podcast.
I know I make more than LA dudes. I know I make more than Miami dudes. I know I made more than New York dudes. I'm like, fucking people? And I'm just like, are we really doing this? Managed us or whatever. Fucking run ourselves, dude. They didn't have to do anything. They didn't have to show up. I really can't talk to you about anything I told you. I'm like, why are you here? I just know I have to fuck my promoter to get my table.
And it adds the level of doucheness that exists in our industry.
No, not exactly. Doesn't really work like that. If it's some clown out there, get the fuck inside. I was like, what do you mean shut it down? Like, what is that? What are you talking about?
Yo, and welcome back to the Vegas Nightlife crew. Back with my boy Renee Shake Ortiz in the building.
Coming at you live. What's going on, baby?
Yes, sir. And you know when we in this position, we got a guest. You know what I'm saying? And I brought the guest of all guests. Obviously, you guys, if you're not new to the Vegas Nightlife crew podcast, you've seen this face before. My man, Garry with 2 R's. What's good?
What's good?
How's it going, fellas? How we doing, man?
Gee, what's good, man?
Welcome back to the spot, man.
Glad to be here.
You know,
man.
a little furniture change, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Since you've been here last, I think we were sitting on the other side of the room, you know what I'm saying?
man.
We had a nice...
Take your aminos, essential amino acids. I'm telling y'all, just listen, just take them.
I do the amino energy.
There you go.
It's an amino energy drink.
Well, you know, Renee is our health and wellness person.
I want to say that, but you know.
No, but listen, I mean, like, listen, you dropped a lot. If you want to talk about your fitness journey, we definitely want to get you there. But today ain't the podcast. I'm just letting you know that.
All right, cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's
You
go
know what
talk
I'm
about
saying?
my boy G.
Another time, I promise.
sir.
But yeah, it's all about G. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, the last time we brought you in, we had to be on the rush. But since then, obviously, the wild card has expanded and done a lot of beautiful things, and have allowed us to bring you back in and really focus on you, my man. And so,
speaking of expanded, bro, like that's when I actually started watching the podcast, the Vegas Nightlife Crew with your episode.
Nice.
Caught you on there, and then I was like,
I popped your cherry, huh?
yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
It was, it was gentle.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
so-
That's how I like to do it.
But speaking of which,
at first.
your brand, bro, I love it.
Thank you, bro.
I love it.
Yeah,
Thank
got the double R
It's
hat,
fire.
the double. I mean,
I wish you wore the
R's
short.
everywhere.
The
Yo,
shirt. I wish you
listen,
wore the shirt.
we have my
I
man.
was, but I didn't want to OD, man.
I feel you.
I didn't want.
Well, listen, we had my
Man,
man
so-
Smooth in. He had the same look. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Smooth.
Kindred spirits.
Exactly. I was just gonna say, because like a lot of artists and stuff like that, they don't bring their shit with them. They don't understand that you are a walking billboard. You are.
They don't have shit with them.
Yeah.
I don't see very many people self-branding, myself included.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not an artist. You're not a rapper.
But
you
I
know what
am,
I'm saying?
I'm an artiste.
Can you flow? I mean,
let's not. Hold on. Relax. We're talking about double R.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, speaking of which, we're going to get a freestyle from you by the end of this episode.
Absolutely.
Got to do that. But listen, I wanted you to expand on the nightlife experience, because last time we talked, you told us that obviously you started off working in a store in the mall at the Cosmopolitan.
Yeah.
Got asked because, I mean, let's
I
be
didn't know
honest,
that.
you're not a small dude. You know what I'm saying? You're very personable. So it seemed like a perfect match. So kind of walk us through like that beginning process. And was that your first nightlife job? Like what was going on?
Very first nightlife job. Actually when I was working inside of the store, when I turned 21, I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew I wanted to go inside of these nightclubs, right? So I had business cards that said that I made music, but I could also get them like 50% off in the store, right? So I just went up to the front barricades at every single nightclub and I was like, yo, how do I get in? Yo, I'm Garry with 2 R's. Here's my business card. I'll give you 50% off at All Saints. And everody loved All Saints.
Yeah.
I love All Saints.
So that's how I met Vic. I met Joe C. He couldn't fit shit, of course. But
he had to buy 2 of everything. Just
it was this whole, you know what I'm saying, just no neck. You know what I'm saying? You got
nothing.
shirts with no neck. He's good. You know what I'm saying?
Just
shout out
shoes
Joe
and
C,
socks.
by the way. If you see this, man, hey.
Joe C, I love you, bro.
You know
But
what
you
it
need
is,
to go
bro.
to
I just run behind you.
Shout out, man.
But so obviously once you got into nightlife and you were able to kind of work the scene and stuff like that, we talked about, y'all got to go see the second podcast. We'll leave a link in the description of this. And he talks about some of his experience. But other than your celebrity experiences, just some of your just general experiences in working in nightlife, and then how it incorporated to the music that you was doing.
Oh man. Well, just the many different types of people that you get to see. You learn how to work with people, how to control people, but without being aggressive.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because people don't want to listen to you if you're just like trying to jam your concept down their throat. It doesn't matter where you're at.
Facts.
If you're in security trying to control a crowd and tell them to move somewhere, if you're an artist and you're trying to gain exposure and market yourself, nobody wants to have a concept jammed down their throat. So you have to figure out a way to be present and assertive, but also pleasant.
Yeah.
Present, pleasant.
Hey man, you got the, you know what I'm saying, you got the catchphrases, the
We need to
acronyms,
trademark
bro.
that. You just trademark that. Pleasant, present,
Yeah.
assertive.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a nice ass little tagline on a shirt, bro. For real.
Hey man, gotta add a marker there so we
For
can
real.
remember this.
Hey, intellectual property is all the rage right now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
IP.
That's right. Well, I mean, listen, speaking of intellectual property, speaking of just, creative juices, you do a Twitch stream, excuse me.
Yeah.
That is, and I mean, I've tuned in. I didn't know what Twitch was. I thought it was just for gamers. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I didn't necessarily have the knowledge.
Seconded,
yeah,
for sure.
Exactly. That's how they promoted it, at least, in the beginning. And, but you've kind of made your own pocket there. Just talk about what got you into that and how lucrative it's been for you, or how, not necessarily lucrative, but just how much has helped your exposure?
And it's
Okay,
mad
definitely.
inspirational, by the way. Mad inspirational, by the way. For real.
That's what I'm there for.
And I'm not even being biased. Like, had I seen anybody doing something like that, just I'm not gonna say anything else. Doing what you're doing currently. If it was anybody, it's extra special because it's you. But if it was anybody, like, that's some inspirational stuff. Go ahead.
I appreciate you.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
would you like to take off the knee pads at some point?
I didn't bring them.
You didn't bring them.
I didn't bring them.
Okay,
this
all
time.
right, gonna be a rug burn, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so I started
but
out
yeah,
basically it was by accident. It was this United Masters virtual conference that was in December, and I was like, man, I just want to pick up a few gems from some industry people, so let me attend this virtual conference on Twitch. So then when I went to the conference, I was looking at the chat and I was like, damn, everybody here is doing like some form of self promo, and like people are actually like connecting through the chat in this, you know, conference. And I'm like, okay, that's what a conference is for. Obviously, you know, working in the nightlife and dealing with banquets and stuff, you know, you're supposed to network with these people.
Absolutely.
So from there, I was just like, well, let me see what else there is on Twitch. So I found out that there was these like, it's what's called like review or submission streams. And basically what these guys do is they sit there and they take submissions from the chat, and they'll play everybody's music and they'll give them a review. And you don't know who's going to be on there. You don't know what kind of people are going to be on there, who you're going to work with.
So like I can put something on myself.
Exactly.
Submit
Anybody
it,
could
not-
come in. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
is this the thing? You know,
Now,
did
that's
you hear
not what I do?
I know,
No.
but did you hear the rant from T-Pain a couple months ago, where he was just yelling at people to do something else, and it went viral? And
Oh
so
yeah, T-Pain. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about
apparently-
that.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
Do something else.
And it's just like, dude, like those guys.
Damn it!
All those guys that say that, it's like, bro, like you're just not looking hard enough. Like there's a lot of people out here that are doing a lot of different shit. I see it every single day in my stream.
Yeah,
every single day, and it's like, dude, you just gotta look. You come over to this corner and you'll find it.
Well, how much is it humility of an artist as well? Because obviously, as a creator, you always want to feel like you're needed, right?
Facts.
At what point do you cross that line and say, "Hey, you may not need this, but I'm going to give it to you"? And I feel like that's what you do with your Twitch stream. It's like, I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna give you me for the next 3 hours.
Yeah.
And if you want to tune in, tune in. If you don't, fuck
exactly. Bro, I think I probably have a mental problem.
Hey, listen,
man, it's like pure ambition. Like from the first moment I got on there, I noticed something different about my my creative process. Like I would always just sit up in front of the mic and come up with the words, but something about like, oh, so there's a couple eyes on me now. So it gave me more inspiration and motivation to like finish the songs, you know, like, so I noticed myself finishing music a little bit quicker and a little bit quicker, and the bars are getting a little bit better and a little bit better. And then all of a sudden you get people like intermittently, like I just record on there, right?
Yeah.
And I go bar for bar for bar for bar for bar, right? And whenever I'm done with the track, I'll tell people, okay, like send in your submissions. And it's a lot of producers. And they'll be like, I'll be honored if you rap to my beat.
Do you think go ahead, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And you form those connections with those producers, and it just like, because I used to make beats, I'll make beats live on there sometimes, but it just kind of alleviated the need to make beats. There's so many amazing producers and so many amazing people to connect with. You build a community.
And I was speaking on this, but by the way, on my Insecurity podcast, plug iHeartRadio, link in the description. You know what I'm saying? But I was talking about how everything is a remix now on the radio. Everything is a remix and a remake, and we have so many talented brothers out there that are producing music that is fresh sounding and brand new. It's kind of how you get the drill music, or how, you know, it felt to get West Coast music the first time that you heard it, right? It was just a different sound. And so now when we're getting this recycled remix of shit, it's like, hey, when are we going to get some new shit?
Yeah.
And so it's on, obviously, it's on Twitch. Now, bro, you've done over 100 songs in a year.
Yeah.
Was that the goal?
Yeah, I set the goal, like, I think I started streaming late January, and I was like, you know what? See how many songs I could do. The first month, maybe like 8. The next one, 10. Next one, 12. So by that third month, I was like, I could probably make 100 songs this year. And then I just started zooming, like I was like, let me just get on here every single day and see what I can do. And I could finish a song a day. So
now, are we talking about like one verse and a hook? Are we talking about full songs?
It's always different, bro. Like I went on a streak there to where I was just gassing straight through tracks, like just 2.5 minutes, just straight bars, no hook.
Oh damn!
I was
His niggas
like
with 200 bars. You know what I'm saying? What are you, the game?
And I was in there trying to put in my own 2 cents, like
everybody,
a dumbass, bro.
Hey, but you know what, dude?
I'm like, I'm just gonna let.
You know what, dude? That's love though, because people feel like, oh, okay, well, some people feel like I don't want any backseat producer or writer, but that keeps the chat active. I love when people come up with their bars and they put them in the chat, because it keeps the chat active. I love to be the inspiration to make them think of more words.
Well,
you know?
the thing for me,
not necessarily that I'll use it. I won't
for sure. But the thing for me is like I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes, right?
No,
so
never.
like if Smooth had a stream on Twitch as well, and he got stuck on something, and I just like was like, well, you know, let's see what this works. I want to see people succeed.
Exactly.
And so it's not like I'm like, hey, use this verse, but give me 1% of royalties.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why I throw you shit. You know what I mean? Because A, I know that you're not gonna be that dude. Be like, oh, okay, well, fuck you, kind of a thing. You feel me? But also primarily because, like, hey, man, maybe this will fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it does, great, and if it doesn't, no. I'm more worried about upsetting you or breaking your train of thought, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's never like that, bro.
I feel a certain way when I do something like that, because I'm just like, man, let's just watch the master work.
No, it's never like that.
Do his style. You feel me?
Well, I mean, I think it is an important thing. You know, hip hop artists have always been very protective of their work, and also understanding that they want to be able to write their own shit.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
never want to be. I mean, what's one of the things that they're trying to disqualify Drake for is that he's had help writing, and he's came out and said, hey, this guy has never written anything that I've been acclaimed for. He's maybe helped me. And that's the difference between the creative process. You don't have this issue in any other genre of music. Nobody minds that Beyonce gets all of her songs written for by The Dream.
Man.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
She's still Beyonce, the amazing artist.
Straight facts.
You know, and so I feel like, you know, with hip hop, we have such this competitive driven thing that, hey, I came up with my own bars, I wrote this, that when you do get that little bit of help, you're kind of shying away from it. Like, I'm good, I want this to be me. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying?
It's almost as if like ghostwriting is illegal. Like, it's not like,
no, it's just like, it's a part of the sport. You know, you want to stay true to the sport of what you imagine hip hop is, what kind of idea of hip hop you had in your head. And yeah, that's something that I'm a stickler for. Like, I don't like to take any lines from anyone, but when someone says something and there's a concept that comes to mind based around that, yeah, I'll use that. But as long as I feel like I genuinely came up with it and it's not this person's line.
What about
those people?
I mean? What about those people like myself that, you know, don't necessarily have, you know, that creative writing process that, you know, you guys know I can sing. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't have any issue singing somebody else's song.
Of course not.
But also, I'm also willing to share that credit. You know what I mean? So maybe.
Listen,
maybe
are you selling your services right now?
Selling services? No.
Dial 1-800 Renee Verse if you want a Renee Verse. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying is though, like I don't think anybody. Maybe a few certain people can sell the songs or rap those songs that Drake does. Whoever's writing the verse, it's all in the delivery. Right?
Yeah, it's a lot to do with the delivery. But like I said, bro, it's all about like the sport and the idea of hip hop that you have in your head that drives you to the point where it's like, okay, dude, this delivery has to be mine, these words have to be mine, this everything has to be mine, because it's just staying true to the sport. You know? It's like it's honestly, it's a religion. Like,
absolutely,
it's a religion.
And I will say this, right? I'll compare it very much to basketball, to hoop, right? Like you got to look at Michael Jordan, right? He's a person that he said it outright. Like David Thompson, Dr. J inspired him.
Yeah.
So he's gonna take some moves from them. He's going to make it his own.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And remix it the way, and that's why, like, how many times did we look for the baby Jordan after that? Just like they look for the baby Jay-Z or the baby, you know what I'm saying? The baby DMX, or it was always, what is the next version of the hottest thing? When no, the next thing is going to be absolutely unique.
Yeah.
Drake may have the top of the crown at this point. This dude is a rapper and a singer.
Both.
You know what I'm saying? And that's never happened before in terms of crowning someone as the king of hip hop. But it is because he has developed a style all his own. And the next person that takes that mantle is going to have the style their own as well.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's a little bit of knowledge for y'all, message behind that. But where can they find your music, man? Where can we find your stuff? Like,
I'm on
we want to get a hold of you.
absolutely all streaming services. Just look up Garry with 2 R's. That's GARRY space WITH space TWO space R''S. Garry with 2 R's. I got the website, GarrywithTwoRs.com, Twitch.tv/Garry with 2 R's. I'm on there every single night around 11 p.m. Pacific time. So you could come catch me there. I'm cooking up. I'm dropping bars on tracks. I'm talking shit. I'm drinking. I'm smoking.
I think I might be on there today.
Yes, sir.
Well, during this recording day.
You can count on him like herpes. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
That's what he's saying, basically.
Wow, man,
you know what I'm saying? That's what's going on, people. But anyway,
my borderline feelings are getting hurt. Right
no, it's all good. It's all good. Listen, I appreciate you. Garry, thank you for coming in today, man. Like, we got to get a freestyle from you. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of a tradition right now. Your boys is out here. Even Renee is going to get in the booth today, baby. Renee Shake Ortiz, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to do it. We'll hit you guys back when we come to the Vegas Nightlife Crew, and we are out.
Peace.
Vegas Nightlife Crew.
I was in the trenches, by definition. Cancer hit a nigga and clarity hit my vision. Had to cut some bitches, it was time for division. I killed off the bullshit cause I was tired of it living. I was behind bars, not tied up in prison. How ironic is it? I was dying to be living. Wanted a head rub, old bitches wouldn't give it. It was then I began to change my position. Check it. Yo, I don't trip on the bitch, I float on them. To everything like, oh God, he's so Noah. Whoa, you don't want whoa. This flow of mine could move forward the shores. A room full of whores is my smorgasbord. I'm about to get hot cause B4 was wrong. You been forewarned, I'm fighting with 4 arms. Me and my team gon' blow like car bombs. Go off like car lines, you right, we not time. Get that watch off your wrist, bitch nigga, it's our time. It's all dimes, you slick, it's all slime. If you got money, bitch, guess what? It's all mine. I tell my bitches they the pick of the litter. And if they wasn't, then I wouldn't put this game in them. Be training them. They done with the lames that was taming them. I give them straight venom. Like, oh, you a snake in you. Shoot your ass a whole movie. I don't paint pictures. Yeah, I'm about that action. You won't get no cuts. I can change your whole life while I'm holding my nuts. Whoa. You ain't gotta be rough. We can clean things up. You ain't gotta be on that drama. You can come and get mushed.
Yo. What's going on, everybody? Renee Shake Ortiz coming at you live, and you are tuning into the Vegas Nightlife Crew podcast. That's a wrap.
Vegas Nightlife Crew.